Hello, Melina. This is your natal chart reading with your spiritual guru, Theee Goddess Wisdom, aka spiritual guru Athena. Okay, I want you to go ahead, find a comfortable spot, get your pen and paper out, and let's unpack your natal chart. Let's unpack your script. Okay, this is your snapshot of the sky when you was born. What does the stars have in store for you? What are the stars are saying? That's what we're here to figure out. You're going to have to watch this video a couple of times. That's why I make it in video format so you can keep it along your journey and always have it as a reference guide. Also, you're going to really dive deeper into who you are as a soul. Okay, this is your sacred geometry on the screen. And again, I advise that you don't share this video with anyone you don't trust. Okay, if you have to think about it, don't share it with them. um, this is sacred information just specifically for you and your journey. Okay. um let's see, again, take your time with astrology. That's why I gave you a reference book to get. Astrology is like an onion, as you can see, it's shaped like a ball. So it's like we unraveling every single aspect, okay, breaking it down and understanding why is it there, why each one there, what they saying, what they doing, how they doing it. Okay, that's how astrology work. What we learned in elementary school, what it was, the why, when, where, how, and who, like all that. That those five things is like what we use in astrology to interpret what's going on and why we here. Okay. Like I said, once you go ahead and find a comfortable spot and let's break down your astrology, okay? Now, I also recommend getting my recap sessions going forward when you want to talk about your chart and dive deeper into your chart readings, okay? The recap session, I will fax over a copy or email a copy of your chart with all my handwritten notes from the session, basically giving you your file. If you ever heard about in the Bible, they call when you get to heaven, your name will be in the Lamb's Book of Life. This is your Lamb's Book of Life, okay? Why you here again? That's how they found Jesus, through following the North Star, the stars, the sky, astrology, okay? And that's what in the recap session is where I answer all your further questions, going deep and deep and deep into your natal chart every time we talk about it. Okay. Let me see it because I got my little handbook over here. Make sure I'm covering everything. Um, okay. Before I get into that, okay. So what I want you to try to pause it on. And write down. So again, like I said, get your astrology notebook. I want you to get your astrology textbook, but also get you an astrology notebook strictly for your astrology research, okay? Because you got some homework to do, okay? This is a lot of work. This is not gonna be easy, and by over the next 3 to 4 years, you're gonna really be and broke your chart down because it takes a minute. It takes time. I'm speaking from experience. It takes time. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to download and digest, okay? So first thing first, with knowing astrology, I want you to dive deeper into researching um, the planets and the signs, the planets and the houses and the aspects. Okay, those are three things I want you to focus on first before you move on to all the dissecting I'm about to do. Okay, I want you to pause this video right here and write down Sun in Virgo, Moon in Cancer, Mercury in Virgo, Venus in Libra, Mars in Capricorn, Jupiter in Pisces, Saturn in Sagittarius, Uranus in Sagittarius, Neptune in Capricorn, Pluto in Scorpio, Lilith in Gemini, um, ascendant or rising sign. We both say it in the astrology community. We go by, we say either ascendant or rising. But ascendant is Scorpio. So who you are a Scorpio. Okay. The rising sign, the ascendant, is the mask we wear. It's the first thing people meet when they walk up to us. The 10th house is how they see us in the public eye. But when somebody walk up or really look at you, when they're walking up to you, they see the ascendant, the first house, the rising sign. Okay. Now the sun sign is who you're becoming. Okay. You want to aspire to be the sun. The sun is the father. The moon is the mother. The sun is the spirit. The moon is the soul. Okay, and now you know the moon is the soul and the sun is the spirit. You know that's how I could tell if somebody have a soul or if they have a spirit or not. Okay, with the certain configurations when we get into the aspects. Okay, but that's another conversation. I won't really focus. I don't want to talk about that. But Mercury rules over the siblings, the mind. The moon is our emotions. Venus is our heart chakra, our feminine side, how we open up to love. Okay, Venus is how we open up to love. It rules our connection to women. Mars is our masculine side, our sexual side. So again, out the bat, everybody have a natal chart. Everybody is masculine and feminine. Everybody has a Venus. Everybody has a Mars. That's the thing I'm breaking down to a lot of people that's stuck in a box of like being one-sided and not being honoring both of their energies, both of their masculine, both of their feminine. Um, and it shows, who is balanced and who is imbalanced. Okay, your Jupiter is your luck, your good luck, your wisdom from your past life. Jupiter also represents our children and the husband in the chart. Okay, and also our teachers, what type of teachers we have. Um, Saturn is our reality. Saturn is our fear. Saturn is our karma we must face this lifetime. Basically, I wouldn't say jail. Saturn is more again of reality. What type of reality we are meant to live this lifetime. Uranus is our uniqueness, what makes us different. Uranus will also rule of our X gene, aka our gay gene. Uranus makes everyone Uranus is the main indicator of being gay or being different. Uranus also is what makes you special. We say I'm saying gay different, but Uranus is also what makes you special. Um, Neptune is our magic, our connection to our higher self. Neptune is our the way we exit the planet. Well, Uranus is really the way we exit the planet, but Neptune is where we going, our higher self, our higher ideal of who God is, how we connect to the divine, the spirit realm. That's Neptune. Um, then we have Pluto. Pluto is our shadow, our hell. What type of hell you will be living? What type of hell you will be going? What is hell like for you? Pluto is also our soul's desire. Mars is our 3D desire, ego desire. Pluto is the soul's desire. If you ever watched the show Lucifer, that's a good show to watch for homework. Lucifer, some Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Doctor Strange, the first movie, is real good to break down how magic work and how spirituality working with teachers. What's another good show? The Magicians, definitely for you for Magicians because I wrote down. I'm moving ahead, but I wrote down. Where is it? You have hand powerful, hand magic, Mars in Cap, Mars in the third house. Third house rule the hands. So by you having Mars there, the god of war, that links you to having like a lot of fire magic, using the hands. Like if you watch the show Magicians, you understand what I'm talking about because they dance with their hands. It's a type of style street dancing is called tutting. So using the hands in a form of like pop locking and pulling in their magic, using their magic with the hands. But just watch the show Magicians before they take it off Netflix. They will break down what I mean about your powerful hand magic you have. Okay. So doing rituals and doing magic for you would be mostly you using your hands and moving your hands in a certain lock and key type of way. Let me see what else. Or fighting. Mars is war. Burning somebody up. Let me see. Lilith, Pluto, and Lilith deal without shadow. Lilith is really a shadow of the soul, shadow of the moon shadow, Lilith. Um, you have Lilith in Gemini. So for you, your shadow is your mind. Your shadow is linked to your twin. Your shadow is linked to your siblings. Your shadow is linked to, again, the way you communicate. This is very dark position of having like dark thoughts, dark words, just dark ways of communicating, or intense ways of communicating or talking. So really balancing your throat chakra and journaling. Journaling helps. As you can see, I have notes up here. I wrote when I left the matrix, when I left and exit through my Uranus back in 2018. My higher self and my spirit team had me right. So journaling was real good. And then my south node was Gemini. So I mastered all Gemini Mercury energy in the past life. So I know Gemini energy deal with writing. You must write. The balance is Dark Mother Lilith energy, but we're gonna talk about her when we get to here. But I'm breaking all the planets down, but I want you to research. Uh, you could type in Google, type in YouTube, Sun in Virgo, Moon in Cancer, um, Mercury in Virgo, Lilith in Gemini, North Node in Aries, Ascendant in Scorpio, to understand more about them. Same with Fortune in Virgo. Not too much. You might not find too much on in there about the Fortune, but I think they do got some videos about that. But yeah, Fortune in Virgo, and then South Node in Libra. Now I want you to write this down. North Node is new credit card. South Node is maxed out credit card. What you did in the past life indicators. So past life indicator, if somebody say, hey, say I want to do like a past life regression, I want to understand about my past life. I pull up their chart and I research and I break down, I look back over the chart. Because that's why I keep following everybody, because the astrology plays in hand to if somebody wants some Reiki done, if somebody wants some past life regression done, healing done. Just like a doctor have a chart, my chart with spirituality is your natal chart of seeing like what is a person made of. As you can see from the video, this is a lot of schematics. There's a lot of breakdown of how a person is made, like an atom, look like an atom. You know, the structure of a person and the structure of a soul. Okay, but going back to the nodes of fate. We call those nodes of fate. North node, south node. North node, like I said, is a new credit card, something new for the soul. What the soul meant to master and conquer and face this lifetime. North node can be kind of scary because it's new. You don't know how to work it, you don't know how to use it. But the universe will always bring you situations to use this energy. Your North Node is in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. So you look to the ruler of Mars. Mars, again, third house hands. So you meant to use your hands a lot this lifetime. You meant to use, third house is also words. You meant to speak. You meant to be a leader. Mars is the leader. You meant to stand up for yourself and others. You meant to stand up for your siblings, third house rule siblings. You meant to stand up for a lot of people. You meant to be like that general type energy, that leader type energy for your community, for your tribe, for yourself as well. Okay. Also, Mars rule over fighting. Again, fighting, being a war goddess this lifetime, being very masculine energy this lifetime. We're gonna get to your energies after this part. But your South Node, where you're coming from, what you mastered, what what you maxed out in your past life is Libra. Libra is Venus. Libra is being a woman, being a wife, being everything Venetian, being beautiful, being like that goddess energy. We're gonna talk about that too. Because you have her in the 12th house. 12th house is also another indicator for past life and what you were right before you came down into the physical realm. And you got her, your South Node ruler, Libra. Then you got her in her home sign of Libra. Oh my God. So while we talking about that, I just want to say you got a lot of planets in a home. Like you got the moon at home, Venus at home, Mars exalted, Jupiter at a home sign, Pluto at home. So it's like when a person has a lot of planets in places that they like, that's the real good sign of a good soul. A good soul, just a overall good karma. You know, you brought in a lot of good karma. There's 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 dots. That's 5 indicators of a good soul, good karma coming in. This person did a whole lot of good in their past life, okay? And you meant to experience that this lifetime. But also with what makes it kind of traumatic, you have Pluto conjunct the ascendant. That's kind of a difficult aspect because Pluto, like I said, Pluto is the lord of the underworld. You write this down. Pluto is the lord of the underworld. Pluto is the lord of hell. Pluto is Hades. Hades, research Hades. Hades is the god of the underworld. So you have the god of the underworld sitting on your head. Meaning you could talk to the dead, you could see spirits, you could talk to everything magical, mystical. You could always be put in intense situations, traumatic situations, situations that are like life and death type situations. Being able to guide souls to the other realm. Also with astrology, because this is the first house right here. You see ascendant, A-S-C, C-A-S-C. So this is the first house. So see how you got Pluto? Pluto is like the magnifying glass. That's why I put up here the spy, the detective, the truth seeker. Okay, but also, but you got it in Scorpio. Scorpio is the underworld. Scorpio rules over hell. Scorpio rules over everything traumatic, sex, intense. Scorpio rules the eighth house. So researching Pluto and Scorpio to dive deeper into understanding the energy and the energy that's ruling over your head. So you have your chart ruler. The chart ruler is by you being a Scorpio rising. Scorpio has two rulers, Mars and Pluto, and that's like an A B type storyline. But go to Pluto first. Pluto, because the reason why I say Pluto first because you have Pluto literally sitting on your head like that. Like say this Pluto, Pluto is sitting on your head. Okay, say this Venus, you got Venus in the 12th. Venus is the feet. So if we're looking at the whole body in the medical astrology, the first house is the head, second house is the throat, third house is the hands, fourth house is the breast area, fifth house is the spine and the navel area, sixth house is the stomach area, seventh house is like the liver, kidneys, energy. Eighth house is the sexual organs. Ninth house is the hips, the buttocks. 10th house is the knees. 11th house is the ankles. 12th house is the feet. So if you wanted to look at it that way, because it's so deep. Like I said, it's an onion. It's layers to this. That I just broke down the medical astrology to you. That's another conversation for something else. We can focus. But I just wanted to let you see with pinpointing how they fall. You know how they fall. So you could by Venus being in the 12th house, you can have beautiful feet. You could be making a lot of money out working people feet or healing feet or dealing massaging feet, dealing something with healing because 12th house deal with healing. But I'm gonna move. But before I get to that, I want to talk about. I'm gonna come back to that, but I want to focus on your chart ruler. So, like I say, Pluto. Just research everything Pluto. Pluto is, like I say, Lord of the Underworld. So you able to tap into that Lord of the Underworld energy. You able to channel dark spirits easily. That's why I put in that Dark Goddess energy. You connected to. So researching Lilith, researching Hathor, researching Neith, researching Athena. Oh yeah. And I talked about. I wrote down here that you have a life path 9. So Neith, Athena. Neith is Egyptian version of Athena, the Greek version, and Oya here is the African Yoruba translation of Neith Athena. So you know how they correlate to each region, the type of similar deities. So by you being a life path 9, these are the deities you're linked to. In the Yoruba Orisha African tradition, you have a connection to Ajanu, Eshu, Ogun, Oya, Shango. Eshu, Oya, and Shango are on my altar. So they could probably be playing a part like how we met, because you have a connection to their energies. Also, you have a connection. I have Durga statue too as well. You have a connection to Durga. In the Hindu pantheon, Hannah Muman, Indra, Kartikeya, Egypt, Kemetic, and her Sekhmet, Set, Wajet, and then you have a connection to Ireland. Excuse me, the Celtic goddess Bridget, Odin, Thor, Tyr. Okay, look, goddess of justice, god of justice, and like I said, that truth energy, very interesting with that Pluto energy on your head. But I think that's Saturn. I have wrote that for Saturn because you got Saturn in the first house. Saturn is the judge, but we're gonna talk about Saturn in a second. Okay. And also in Roman, Mars, again, connection to Mars. You got Capricorn, Mars and Capricorn. That's a real good position for Mars, having Mars and Capricorn. Okay, as you can see, you can pause and see, read by Mars. Greek Aries, the connection with Mars and Aries. India, Buddhism, Ajani, the god of fire, more fire energy, work that fire magic. Sumer, Mesopotamia, Nargel, Lord of Mass Destruction. Interesting. And then you got that Pluto on the head. Pluto is the planet that blows things up, make everything intense. Boom, pow, boom. Uranus is lightning, electricity. Neptune is the fog, mist, rain, storms, and stuff like that. Jupiter is also lightning and fire combined the sky. Uh, Saturn is Saturn is structure. Saturn is the bones, the teeth, keeping things in alignment. Mars is the fighter, the warrior, fire. Venus is also heat, but love, sensual, sexual heat. Um, Mercury, like I said, Mercury is the mind, being fast, quick. The moon is emotions, more water energy. Sun is fire, healing, uh, party type energy. So those are the energies each of the planets carry. Lilith is darkness. Also, like Lilith correlates to Pluto energy as well, blowing things up. Lilith is the reason why we have divorce. Lilith is Adam's first wife. I don't know if you know that story about Lilith in the Bible, but Lilith was Adam's first wife. She divorced him. You know, she was the first person to like create divorce in the universe. But she's after leaving him, she became the mother of the night, mother of darkness. But she's not the only guy that said that did that. That's why I don't really put her in that box. There's so many other dark goddesses. Now I broke your research part down, but oh no, I didn't. So researching the planets and the signs, then researching the planets and the houses. So like Saturn in the first, Uranus in the second, Neptune in the second house. So you'll type in Google and YouTube Saturn in the first, Uranus in the second house, Neptune in the second house, Mars in the third house, Jupiter in the fifth house, North Node in the sixth house. So you'll research North Node in Aries, North Node in the sixth house, like that. Jupiter in Pisces, Jupiter in the fifth house, and so on, so on, so everyone. Venus like the 12th, Venus in the 12th, Pluto in the 12th. But also you have Pluto conjunct the ascendant, so Pluto conjunct ascendant, and it looked like how you word it. It looked like this right here. I highlighted it. Pluto conjunct ascendant. Okay, that's very powerful, very powerful, very intense energy. And that's layer one. Layer two, layer three is the aspects. So researching the aspects. So you'll type in Google Mercury square Saturn. Um, Let me see. You don't have to worry about Pallas too much. Chiron conjunct Lilith. Mercury trine Neptune. Sun sextile ascendant, and so on and so on and so on for all the ones right there. That's why you could pause it and write them in your notebook. Like I said, you have some homework to do. Like that's why I tell people this is not easy. Take your time. Come back to the video. But get your astrology notebook together, honey. And do your homework to understand your soul and why you are here. Okay? Why you here. Okay, now let's get into the first page since I did all that. Okay? So the first thing I had up here, Venus in the 12th, pay respects to goddesses. The reason why the 12th house, when you research the 12th house is the house of like a loss. The 12th house is also the house of the womb. Like I said, right before you came out of your mother's womb, what you left in the spirit realm, what you was doing in the spirit realm. 12th house is also like everything hidden. 12th house is like your blind spot. 12th house is your blind spot. 12th house is also how you heal, and how you can heal others or what others try to take from you. Okay, so by Venus being there, people will try to take your love. People can try to take your money. People will try to drain you of your good energy. Because like I said, you got Venus. I mean, that's real good energy with Venus. You got Venus and her ruling sign Libra because she rules Libra. So you got Venus at home. And then you got her in the 12th house. Venus is exalted in the 12th house. So you have powerful goddess energy. Okay, powerful goddess energy. With those two indicators. But also remember, like I said, the 12th house is the house of loss. The 12th house traditionally belongs to Pisces. Pisces is just picture the ocean when you're at the beach. Pisces is the ocean. Pisces is like huge bodies of water. So you put your Venus, your heart, in a huge body of water. Why? Why? That's when I'll be going into therapy astrology. Why did you do that to yourself? Why did you want to leave your heart in a hidden dimension? Why you want to leave your heart in the middle of the ocean. Why did you want to leave your heart on the planet Venus? Why, when you was coming down here to Earth? That's deep. We're going to leave that for another discussion later, but I want you to think about that. Okay? But I want you to think about that with every planet of the why. Okay? Because you got Saturn in the first. Saturn don't like the first house. Why did you want Saturn in the first house? Because I put down with Saturn being in the first house. Where is it? Saturn in the first is your, remember, Saturn is karma, Saturn is fear. So you fear being in the body. The first house is the body, the head. You fear being here in the physical. You don't want to be seen. Pluto in the also conjunct ascendant. You don't want to be seen. You revel in the hidden realms, the mystical realms, the magic, the unseen. But your karma is to be here. Saturn in the first house. Okay, you meant to be seen. I think who else got Saturn in the first? I think Taylor Swift have Saturn in the first. But yeah, when you research Saturn in the first, it's gonna blow your mind how many people have, how many famous people have that. Saturn in the first. Okay. But yeah, watch out for lovers. Lovers can be, I put down women lovers can be hidden enemies or need healing. But it's very difficult to really see that because in a sense of, yes, you with somebody, but he may need healing, and it's like, okay, I only can heal you so much. You have to do your own work, because that's what, 12th house of loss. You can lose a lot of energy by investing in someone when they don't want to invest in themselves in their own healing. Dang, why you want to experience it? Ooh, that's tough. Okay, but yeah, so boundaries with your love, because again, the 12th house is a boundaryless house. Remember, the 12th house is the ocean. So you put your heart in the boundaryless energy, boundaryless house. But now you know you need to put boundaries. Set boundaries around love, money, relationships, boundaries with people, women, everything around Venus. You need to put boundaries around that. So research Venus. Also research Inanna, Ishtar. Ishtar is Easter. Okay. The reason why I wanted you to research this because you got Venus in the 12th house. The 12th house is like I said, past life house, what a person was doing or were right before they came down. But the reason why I put Inanna, because Inanna was a goddess of love, but she had to descend into hell. And like the reason why I put that, because you have Pluto on your ascendant, conjunct your ascendant. So it's like Venus is before Pluto, because you remember you got Venus in Libra and then Pluto in Scorpio. So it's like you was leaving out of Venus, and you went into Pluto hell. So again, that Inanna energy descending into hell. And if you research her story, she had to take a piece, break a piece of herself and leave it in every dimension to get to hell. It's very interesting, her story, how she had to renew herself and become the night evening star into the morning star. Very interesting with that energy of the story of Inanna and Ishtar, Easter. Let me see what else. Big money through technology, internet, power over it. Second house. Remember, when you get your book, you'll understand what the second house is. Second house is I possess. I possess what? The first house is the body, coming out the womb, the vaginal, and then you coming into what your family possess, what you meant to have this lifetime. That's why the second, the sixth, and the 10th house is the money and career houses. Okay? Sixth house deal with more digital money and cryptocurrency, anything digital. And sixth house debt, digital debt you can't touch physically is be digital, like going to if you go to college, university, or school, you probably would, and I had that there too. North Node 6, you probably have accumulated a lot of student loan debt, a lot of digital debt, with that North Node placement in the 6th. But also the second house. Reason why I said technology, Uranus is the planet of technology. Remember, Uranus is the planet about being different, unique in inventions. Like the evil genius type energy, that's Uranus energy, because he rebelled against the gods. He brought the humans fire. That's another story for another time. That's powerful energy with him and what he did, and became the the way he rebelled against the gods and his family or whatever. That's like the Luciferian energy, the Antichrist energy, Uranus. But he also is a technology planet. So you able to talk to machines, talk to technology, rule over. You have power over technology. And then your Neptune there Kris Jenner had that aspect. Neptune in the second house, you possess a lot of magic. You have a lot of magical indicators from Uranus, Neptune, because I have Uranus in the second house as well. So using technology to boost your career, having like a technology type career, which you already in alignment, you do. Let me see. What else? Wounded partners, kids, dark energy to transmute. Eighth house. So researching eighth house, researching Chiron in the eighth, Lilith in the eighth. This is a powerful and intense placement, especially by having the wound Chiron and also your shadow Lilith all together in the eighth house of the shadows. Excuse me. Of the shadows is very, very intense placement to have. Now that is very, very intense to have. But the eighth house, seventh house is the person you marry. Eighth house is what they coming with their baggage. Like again, the first house is who you are. Second house is what you coming with. Okay, that's why every house has a mirror house, and you'll see that when you get your book. Okay, everything comes in balance with the universe. So you can marry or come in contact with wounded partners, or if you have a child with them, you can have a child that has a lot of psychological issues, or have fears of the dark, or a child of the dark energy. Or you could give birth to the dark goddess herself, Lilith energy. Okay. Again, everything is perspective. I really want you to come into the astrology with an open mind and open perspective, and really seeing the chessboard, because it's like chess. You're playing chess, like trying to figure out the whole game and the scheme of things. Okay. Um, Let me see what is. That's why when I see people that have this type of placement, I really highly recommend them be careful having sex. This is very intense because the eighth house rules sexual organs. It's very, very intense for you sexually. Okay, and you can get wounded through sex. Chiron is the wound. You can get really, really hurt. You can attract really dark, like I had said, wounded dark magicians that will try to hurt you, especially through sex. Okay, your sex will be real, real good, and they might just get attached, and you might absorb all their demons, all their dark energy. Okay, powerful healer. You have 7 dots that point, probably 7 or more dots that point to you having a lot of healing energy, and then your fortune is in Virgo. You have a lot of Virgo energy, Sun, Mercury. Then you have meet Pallas, Athena, and your fortune all in Virgo. So there's a lot of powerful healing energy. Then you have Jupiter and Pisces. Pisces is a healing sign, and then you have Venus and Pluto in the 12th, powerful energy of healing. Okay, so with all those placements with healing, I definitely recommend again having your armor on, lighting your incense, lighting your sage, really having that barrier, that boundary with other people's energies. Okay, everybody shouldn't walk up and hug you unless again if that's your comfort zone, but I highly don't recommend it because you absorb so much. You have so many indicators of taking on other people's energies, taking on your sexual partner energy, taking on people energy around you, women energy, put on an ascendant, taking on other people's demons and their shadow, their darkness. You have to be careful and set boundaries around people being close to you in a close proximity, because you're going to absorb it. Like if you can't control, that boundary with them, just armor yourself up. Like I think you already got it. Your bracelets, your protection sprays, your sacred baths, getting Reiki healing regularly, like really transmuting energy because you absorb so much of it. Okay. Talked about the dark goddess energy. You're the judge of souls, underworld connections, because you have all that Scorpio energy. Let me see what else. Research Egyptian goddess, because you're giving me very, very much um, a lot of like Mayat, Hathor. They were judges of the underworld. It's a lot of them were judges of the underworld in Egypt and comedic energy. You have the ability to heal through music, sound healing with all that Sagittarius energy in the second house. Multiple lovers, because you have Uranus sextiling Venus in the 12th. So you'll see that when you get to the aspects part and research that. The reason why, how I got to that conclusion. And Uranus is multiple, Venus is lovers, multiple lovers. And also remember, Uranus ruler internet. You can find your lover, or he can find you through the internet. And you can also manifest him with Uranus and Neptune both sitting there, both magical planets in the second house of the throat. You could manifest him. Also, be mindful of what you say to people, because you have a powerful throat chakra. It's lightning, like I say, Uranus rule lightning, Neptune rule fog. You have powerful storm magic coming out your throat. You can say a lot of your word. Basically, your words have power, weight, especially for you because of your configuration. Everybody don't have Uranus and Neptune in the second house. I can't say that for everybody, but I can't say be mindful to them because they might not have a powerful second house. But by you having a powerful second house, you have to watch what you say. Okay, you don't basically everything somebody say to you or do, they don't deserve a response. Okay, but even though you got two placements that's going to put you in situations where you do have to respond. So it's all about being mindful of what you say, okay? Be mindful of what you say. And you can manifest him because, again, you got the planet of magic and manifestation in the second house of the throat. So you have the ability to manifest things for yourself just by speaking it, okay? Or rubbing it, hand magic, rubbing it and bringing it to life. Okay, many planets at home, good karma, talked about that. Balance your masculine and feminine. You imbalance is supposed to be 5-5. You got 3-7. You too much in the feminine. You meant to balance this masculine. How the universe play that out? Basically, making you work a lot, making you hustle, 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 go, 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 go. That's where the masculine energy will find his balance. The universe will push you to be a hustler, to be on the go, to be masculine, because you have too much feminine energy. So you have to balance it. So always think about making sure you have time for yourself, but also making sure you're having the energy of doing multiple jobs, okay? And I think you already are doing that. You have, mother, work, a lot. So just make sure you're doing a lot to balance that masculine energy, because masculine energy is fire. It is go, go, go. Okay? I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to your questions, and I can't wait for you to dive deeper into your astrology chart. I hope this was a real eye opener for you. And remember to pause and write down what you want me to go over next time we talk in the astrology recap session. Okay, take care, hon. Love you and wish you nothing but the best. Bye bye.